Hello everyone. Today we will study the types of redox reactions. Now redox reactions are very important reactions in the field of chemistry. First of all, I would like to give you the brief idea about what is meant by redox reaction. Redox word has come from the two words reduction and oxidation. So the combination of these two words is known as redox reaction. It means that the sum of reduction and oxidation half reactions is called redox reaction. In redox reaction, oxidation and reduction, these two are complementary reactions. Means they occur simultaneously. One cannot occur without the other. Clear? So whenever there is oxidation reaction, simultaneously there is a reduction reaction also. And the sum of these two is known as a redox reaction. Clear? One more thing. In a redox reaction, there is always one substance or one element or one species which is undergoing oxidation and the other is undergoing reduction. Oxidation means loss of electron. When any element loses electron, then it is called oxidation. Clear? The one which is undergoing oxidation is called reducing agent. Clear? The substance itself will undergo oxidation, but it will reduce the other element, and that is why it is also known as a reducing agent, or it is called reductant. Clear? So here whenever oxidation reaction occurs, I told you there is loss of electron. Electrons are negatively charged. Clear? So during oxidation, the oxidation state, the positive oxidation state of the element increases. If the element is in zero oxidation state, then by loss of electron, it may be converted into positive oxidation state like +1, +2 or +3, depending upon how many electron it has lost. Clear? So in short, oxidation means loss of electron. Oxidation means increase in the positive charge of the element. The substance or the element which undergoes oxidation is called reducing agent. Clear? On the contrary, the substance or the element which accepts electron, which gains electron, clear, is said to undergo reduction reaction. Reduction means decrease. So during reduction, there is a decrease in the positive charge of the element or the ion. Clear? So as electrons are negatively charged and the element or the ion, if it gains electron, then there is an increase in its negative charge. It means that there will be decrease in its positive charge. Clear? So during reduction, the element or the ion or the compound accepts electrons or gains electrons, and that is how its oxidation state decreases. Its positive oxidation state decreases. The substance which undergoes reduction is called oxidizing agent. It itself undergoes reduction, but it oxidizes the other element, and that is why it is known as oxidizing agent. Clear? So keeping this in mind, now we will try to understand the types of redox reactions. There are 4 types of redox reactions. One is a combination reaction. The other is a decomposition reaction, third is a displacement reaction, and fourth is a disproportionation reaction. In this lecture, we will focus on combination and decomposition reactions. Let us first study combination reaction. The word itself suggests that there is combination of 2 or more substances or elements. Clear? So here, when 2 or more elements, when they combine with each other, clear, then they will result into a product. They will form a product. Clear? But here, for the combination reaction, which is a redox reaction, the condition is both the reactants. If there are 2 reactants, then both the reactants or either of the 2 must be in elemental form. This is the condition. Clear? 2 reactants, if 2 reactants are there, suppose A and B, then both AB or either of these 2, means either A or either B, must be in elemental form. This is the condition. Clear? So here example, all combustion reactions, they are combination reaction. Why? Because in every combustion reaction there is involvement of dioxygen, means O2 gas, and this dioxygen is in elemental form. Clear? Which is in a zero oxidation state. It is in elemental form. So all combustion reactions are combination reactions. And the reactions involving elements other than O2, there are many other elements in which oxygen is not involved, means they are not combustion reactions, but the element is involved in the, or the substance or the reactant is involved in the elemental form, then that reaction is also considered as a combination reaction. Now, taking some examples, I will try to explain you what is the change in oxidation state, how the oxidation states are calculated, clear, and how the substance undergoes oxidation or reduction. What are oxidizing or reducing agent? Clear? So in this particular topic, I will explain you everything. Then in rest of the redox reaction, we will just go for the definition and the types and the examples. Clear? Now the first reaction I have written, carbon solid plus O2 gas gives, see here I have written delta. Delta means heating. So combination reaction, in that the example is combustion. So in combustion reaction, it is always heating reaction. So here delta is written. So carbon dioxide gas is formed. Now here you can see both the reactants, carbon and oxygen, they are in elemental form. If I tell you to write carbon, you will write only C. If I tell you to write dioxygen, you will always write O2. Clear? So these two are in elemental form, and in elemental form, in the rules for determining oxidation state of the element, we have already studied that every element or every reacting species in the elemental form is having zero oxidation state. So here carbon and oxygen both are in zero oxidation state because they are in elemental form. Now when these two combine, means it is a combustion reaction of carbon, then carbon dioxide gas is formed. Now in carbon dioxide, the oxidation state of carbon is plus 4 and that of oxygen is -2. Clear? In the rules of oxidation state, we have studied that in most of the compound, or we can say the most common oxidation state of oxygen is -2. Exceptions are there. In peroxide, it is in -1 oxidation state. In superoxide, it is in -0.5 oxidation state. And in oxyfluorides, oxygen is in a positive oxidation state also. Clear? So here oxygen is in -2 oxidation state. Now if we see carbon, on reactant side, carbon is in 0 oxidation state. But when carbon dioxide is formed, oxidation state of carbon has increased from 0 to +4. Means in this reaction, carbon has undergone oxidation. There is increase in the positive oxidation state of carbon. So carbon is undergoing oxidation. As it is undergoing oxidation, it is a reducing agent. Clear? If we take oxygen, oxygen is in 0 oxidation state. In carbon dioxide, it is in -2 oxidation state. So there is reduction in the positive oxidation state of oxygen. So oxygen is undergoing reduction. And as it is undergoing reduction, it is oxidizing agent. So in every redox reaction, one species is undergoing oxidation, then the other is also undergoing reduction. Clear? The one which is undergoing oxidation is a reducing agent, and the one which is undergoing reduction is an oxidizing agent. Clear? Okay. So here both the reactants, they are in elemental form. Clear? So in combination reaction, we have to focus on the reactant, no matter what type of product is formed. Clear? Now second example, 3 Mg solid plus N2 gas on heating gives Mg3N2. Now here again, magnesium is in elemental form. It is not in combined form. It is uncombined form or free state. So magnesium is element. Nitrogen gas, N2 gas is also element. So they are in 0 oxidation state. When Mg3N2 is formed, then in that compound magnesium is in +2 oxidation state. means there is oxidation of magnesium from 0 to +2, increase in positive charge. Clear? Whereas in nitrogen it is in 0 oxidation state, but in Mg3N2 it is in -3 oxidation state. Means here there is reduction in the positive charge of nitrogen. So here nitrogen is undergoing reduction, magnesium is undergoing oxidation. Clear? And it is obvious that magnesium is metal, so it will undergo oxidation. Nitrogen is a non-metal, so it will accept electron and it will undergo reduction. Clear? So in this reaction, magnesium is undergoing oxidation, so it is a reducing agent. And nitrogen is undergoing reduction, so it is oxidizing agent. So in exam you can be asked this type of questions also. You can be given only one reaction and you will be asked to identify oxidizing and reducing agent. Oxidizing agent is also called oxidant. Reducing agent is also known as reductant. Clear? So, or you can be asked what is the change in oxidation state of so and so element. For example, here what is change in the oxidation state of reducing agent. So you should know which element is undergoing oxidation. So magnesium. So it is a reducing agent. So what is the change in oxidation number of reducing agent? So it is from 0 to +2. Clear? So that is the change in oxidation state from 0 to +2. So that type of question can also be asked. Now let us go for the third example. Here methane. Methane is not element, it is a compound. Clear? So in methane we have two elements, carbon and hydrogen. So this is a compound, but oxygen is element. So here the condition is both the reactants. So in first two example both the reactants are in elemental form, but in third example either of the two, means out of these two oxygen is in elemental form. So it is always not necessary that both the reactant must be in elemental form. Clear? Any one of them can also be in elemental form, then that can be considered as a combination reaction. So here methane is a compound, but it is reacting with elemental oxygen. So the products are carbon dioxide gas and water. Here in methane, carbon is in -4 oxidation state, but when carbon dioxide is formed, it is converted to +4 oxidation state. So from -4 to +4, it means carbon is undergoing oxidation. Clear? In methane, hydrogen is in +1 oxidation state. In water also it is in +1 oxidation state. So there is no change in the oxidation state of hydrogen. Clear? If we take oxygen, then oxygen in elemental form, so it is in 0 oxidation state. When carbon dioxide is formed, it is in -2 oxidation state. Even in water also it is in -2 oxidation state. So here in this reaction, oxygen is undergoing reduction. Clear? So oxygen is a oxidizing agent and this methane is a reducing agent. Clear? Here hydrogen is the element whose oxidation number is not changing. So in a redox reaction, it is not always compulsory that all the participating elements must undergo change in oxidation number. Sometimes all of them will undergo change in oxidation number, sometimes they may not. So in first two reactions, or both the reacting elements, they are undergoing change in oxidation number, but in this reaction hydrogen is not undergoing any change in oxidation number, means it is neither undergoing oxidation nor reduction. Clear? So this type of elements are also present. So this is called combination reaction, when two or more elements they combine with each other to produce one product. But here the condition is there must be change in oxidation state. Clear? In any of the element. It's not necessary that all element must change their oxidation state. But in any one or more element, they must change their oxidation state. Then only it is called a redox reaction. So for redox reaction to occur, it is always compulsory. It is mandatory that the element must undergo oxidation or reduction. It means there must be change in the oxidation number. Either the oxidation number must increase or it must decrease. Clear? So this is the definition of combination reaction. This is the condition and these are the examples. In exam you can also be asked, you may be given 2-3 reactions and you may be asked, identify which of the following is a combination reaction or which of the following is a decomposition reaction. So that type of question can also be asked, or you can be asked in 4-mark question or 5-mark question that explain different types of redox reactions giving suitable illustrations. Clear? So in 5 marks this type of question can also be asked, or you can be asked in 2-mark short note that write a note on combination reaction or write a note on decomposition reaction, or you can be asked, you may be given any one reaction and you may be asked that the following reaction is a combination reaction and it is a redox reaction, justify it. Then you will have to mention the oxidation number of every element, and then you will have to justify that this so and so element is undergoing oxidation, the other element is undergoing reduction. So the given reaction is an example of redox reaction. And since both the reacting species or one of the reacting species is in elemental form, so it is a combination reaction also. Clear? So any type of question can be asked. So you have to prepare these topics thoroughly. Now let us go for the second type, that is decomposition reaction. Decomposition means breaking. The compound, it is just opposite to combination. In combination, 2 or more reactant, they form one product. But in decomposition, one reactant forms different product. Means the reactant is undergoing breakdown. Clear? Now here, as it is the reverse of combination reaction, we will focus on the product, not on the reactant, because reactant is the compound, it is not in elemental form. Clear? So product, whatever number of products are formed, at least one product should be in elemental form. This is the condition for decomposition reaction. So here I have written, out of all the products formed by breakdown, at least one must be in elemental form. Now let us take the example. 2H2O liquid on heating gives 2H2 gas plus O2 gas. Here water is a compound. In water, hydrogen is in +1 oxidation state, oxygen in -2 oxidation state. When it is decomposed, when it is broken down, then 2 products are obtained, hydrogen and oxygen, and both are in elemental form. Clear? So in this reaction, both the products are in elemental form, as well as there is change in oxidation state also. In water, hydrogen is +1, oxygen is -2. But in product, that is H2 gas, it is 0 oxidation state, O2 gas, it is 0 oxidation state. So there is change in the oxidation state. So it is a redox reaction. Clear? The products which are obtained, they are in elemental form, and that is why it is a decomposition reaction also. Now here in water, hydrogen is undergoing reduction from +1 to 0. So in water, hydrogen is undergoing reduction and oxygen is undergoing oxidation. Clear? From -2 to 0. Another example, NaH, sodium hydride. In the rules for determining oxidation state, we have studied that hydrogen is generally in +1 oxidation state. Means whenever it is in combination with non-metal, then it will be in +1 oxidation state. For example, water. So in water, oxygen is a non-metal, so hydrogen is positive. But when hydrogen combines with metal, means it is in metal hydride form, then it is in -1 oxidation state. So sodium hydride is a compound. On heating, it gives 2 products, and both the products are in elemental form, 2Na and H2 gas. Now here in sodium hydride, sodium is in +1 oxidation state, in product it is in 0 oxidation state. So sodium is undergoing reduction. Hydrogen in the reactant is in -1 oxidation state, but in product it is in 0 oxidation state. From -1 to 0 means there is increase in the positive charge. So here hydrogen is undergoing oxidation reaction. Clear? Now the third, 2KClO3, potassium perchlorate. So 2KClO3, when it is decomposed, when it is heated, then it will produce 2 products, 2KCl and 3O2. So here two products are obtained, but at least one product must be in elemental form. This is not element, this is a compound. KCl, potassium chloride, is a compound, but oxygen is in elemental form. So this is an example of decomposition reaction. It is a redox reaction also. Why? Because here you see potassium is +1, here also potassium is +1. There is no change in the oxidation state of potassium. Chlorine, here it is in +5 oxidation state, but in KCl it is in -1 oxidation state. So chlorine has undergone reduction from +5 to -1. Is it clear? So there is reduction of chlorine. Clear? Oxygen from -2, and here oxygen is 0. So from -2 to 0 means there is oxidation. Clear? Negative charge में से ये 0 हुआ. So there is increase in the positive charge of oxygen. So oxygen is undergoing oxidation. Chlorine is undergoing reduction, but there is no change in the oxidation state of potassium. So as here we have seen, there is no change in the oxidation state of hydrogen. Similarly here there is no change in the oxidation state of potassium, but it doesn't matter. Clear? Here our focus should be on the elemental form of one of the products. Either all the products must be in elemental form or any one product must be in elemental form. Another thing, for this decomposition reaction to be a redox reaction also, there must be change in the oxidation state. Clear? But if we see this reaction, this is also decomposition reaction. Means it is a breakdown reaction. Calcium carbonate, when it is heated, it breaks into two products, calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. But here you can see there is no change in the oxidation number of any of the element. In calcium carbonate, calcium +2. In calcium oxide also calcium +2. In calcium carbonate, carbon is +4. In CO2, carbon is +4. In calcium carbonate, oxygen is -2. In calcium oxide as well as carbon dioxide, oxygen is -2. So none of the element is undergoing any change in the oxidation number. So here this reaction, though it is a decomposition reaction, but it is not a redox reaction. Clear? So in exam you may be asked, you may be given suppose two examples like this, and you may be asked which of the following is a decomposition as well as redox reaction. Clear? And why? So both are decomposition reaction, but the redox reaction is this one. Why? Because there is change in the oxidation number of the element. Clear? Now in determining oxidation state of the element, it is also the rule that, see, for example, in exam you may be asked, find out the oxidation number of underlying element. So we have studied that whenever we have a compound, then the sum of the oxidation number of all the elements present in it must be equal to 0. Clear? Because it is a neutral compound. So K plus Cl plus 3 oxygen is equal to 0. Now K is in +1 oxidation state. Chlorine we have to find out. Oxygen is in -2 oxidation state. So this is equal to 0, and therefore chlorine is equal to +5. This is how you can find out the oxidation number of the underlying element. Clear? If it is in a polyatomic form like this, and if you are asked that find out the oxidation number of sulfur, then for polyatomic ion we write S plus 4 oxygen is equal to the charge of this ion, means it is -2. So sulfur plus oxygen is in -2 oxidation state. So this is equal to -2. So therefore sulfur is equal to -2 plus 8. So it is a +6. So in sulfate ion, sulfur is in +6 oxidation state. In KClO3, Cl is in +5 oxidation state. Clear? So this you have to remember. If it is a neutral compound, then you have to add the oxidation number of all the elements, and that addition or that sum is equal to 0. But if it is a polyatomic ion, then you have to add the oxidation number of all the elements, and that sum is equal to the charge of that ion. So that is how you can find out the oxidation number. Clear? So in the next lecture, we will discuss displacement reaction and disproportionation reaction. So till then, have a nice time. Good day.